The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for game two of this time frame with 38 minutes and 21 seconds left on the clock. It seems that we are probably going to be in for the shortest time frame of the project, as I'm going to say it right now, the winner of this game probably will seal up the time frame from the way that the 99 2000 Boston Bruins have been playing with the 11 to nothing loss to the 76-77 Habs. I think all signs point to that way. So without further ado, let's get back right into it. Start the clock. And we're going to begin with a quality check with a between players 5 and 4. That is McLaren and Nyrop for hit. Both have hit, and we move on to the next segment of this game. Another quality check, this time between players 1 and 4. That is PJ Axelson and Guy Lapointe for power. It looks like Guy Lapointe will take it, as he does have power, and he moves in on Byron Defoe, who is the 99 2000 Bruins starting goaltender here for this game two of this time frame, as Lapointe moves in and shoots, and Defoe makes the save. Byron Defoe with a huge, and I mean huge stop to seal up the segment here, and we move on. We got ourselves another quality check between player number 5, which is Hal Gill, and anybody on the Habs with skill. Well, here's the thing: the Habs can tie to keep this game scoreless, or they can go for it. Let's see what the decider die says. Dot, they go for it. And they won't. So it looks like we'll have Pierre Bouchard takes this, as both Hal Gill and Pierre Bouchard both do not have skill. And let's see how pricey that move was as we move on to the next segment. Oh, and we got triple twos. We have a critical face-off. So it looks like check each team's best face-off rating. The team with the better face-off rating wins and gets an immediate 6-star shot against the opposing goalie's spec save rating. So Savage looks like he has a 52. Mahovlich has a 53. So it looks like Mahovlich is going to win the critical face-off as he moves in on Byron Defoe, who has a 1 or a 2 with a dot to make the spec save. Oh, and he can't, and he scores. Pete Mahovlich will score to give the 76-77 Canadiens a 1-0 lead here in the 20th minute of the first period. And it looks like we are going to hand out 2 assists, and I believe we're going to give 1 assist to Tremblay and the other assist to I do want to keep that square out there, so I think we'll give the other one to John Van Boxmeer. So Mahovlich from Tremblay and Van Boxmeer are your scoring stat line for the goal by Pete Mahovlich. Home scoring chance of a 44. Any home player with a power play circle star will create a power play goal. Unfortunately, nobody on the Bruins does not have a power play circle out there. Power play circle star out there, I should say. So it looks like nothing will come up from that portion of the segment, and we move. And after 20 minutes are in the books, the 76-77 Canadiens lead the 99-2000 Bruins by a score of 1-0. We start the second period with a quality check between both players in 3. I forgot to swap Andre Savage. My fault. I forgot to swap Andre Savage, but either way, we'll keep things as is. Between Thornton and Reesborough. So it looks like we will be seeing who gets it for power. It looks like both Jumbo Joe and Doug Reesborough have power entitled to them. So we move on to the next segment here in this one. Visitor scoring chance of a 15. Home goalie must make a place save. So 1, 2, or 3 will do it to keep this game right where it's at 1-0. Yes, indeed. Byron Defoe will make the save, and nobody swaps, and we move on to the next segment. We got a third quality check between players 3 and 4. That's Carter and Nyrop for skill. It looks like Bill Nyrop has skill, and he moves in on Defoe as Nyrop shoots and scores. Bill Nyrop will get another goal accredited to his tally here in the project as he gives the Habs a 2-0 lead. And let's see how many assists we're going to give on the play. It looks like 2 assists. So the first assist is going to go to... Ooh, pick anybody. I do want to keep one square out there. So Jarvis will get... I do also want to keep the circle out there. So we'll give the first assist to Roberts and the second assist to Maury Wilson. So Nyrop from Roberts and Wilson is your goal stat line for the Nyrop goal. And we continue on in this 15th minute segment with a 1-4-4. A visitor scoring chance of a 44. Any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. You bet there are 3 chances, but we're going to give that chance to Steve Shutt. Yes, we're going to give that chance to Steve Shutt. So Shutt will move on in to Byron Defoe as Shutt will shoot the puck towards Defoe as he does so, and he will score. Steve Shutt gives the Habs a 3-0 lead, and let's see how many assists are given out on the play. 2. Lafleur and Lapointe will be your assist takers on the Steve Shutt goal. We continue on here with a home scoring chance of a 13. Visitor goalie must make play save. So Michel Larocque needs to make a 5 or a 6 with a dot on the decider die to seal up this segment. He does so as nobody swaps, and we move on to the next segment. Another home scoring chance, this time of 43. We have any home player with a triangle creates a goal. Oh, and unfortunately for the Bruins, nobody active out on the ice has a triangle out there. So that's going to do it for the second period. And after 40 minutes of play in this one, the Habs lead it over the Bruins 3-0. we move to the final segment, or excuse me, the final period of the game with the third period. And we begin this third period with a quality check of 26 between players 2, that is Heinze, and anybody with the hat out on Montreal with Star. It looks like the only guy with Star is Jarvis, so he's going to take that one. So we are going to see if Jarvis can move in on Defoe, and if Defoe can keep this game right where it's at 3-0. 1, 2, or 3 will do it. No, it won't. It's a 4-0 game now as the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens and Doug Jarvis add on to their lead. It is a 4-0 lead now. Jarvis gets the goal, and he will get 2 assists on the play. Tremblay and Nyrop will assist on the goal. We stay in the 5th minute here with a quality check between players 3 and 2. I forgot to swap Heinze. So Carter and Roberts are going to be your quality check takers here for looking for smart. Both guys have smart, and we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check between anybody on the Bruins against Rick Chartraw. Try saying that 3 times fast. Jeez. So anybody on the Bruins needs skill. As Chartraw does not have skill, so it could be an opening. We're going to give that one to Brian Rolston. As Rolston will move in on LaRock, who needs to make a 6 blank. As Rolston shoots. And Michel LaRock makes the save. My goodness. Michel LaRock needs to make a 5 with either 5 or a 6 with a dot in order to stop the goal from going behind him into the back of the net. We move on to the next segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 36. It says, visitor player in 3, that's Pete Mahovlich, creates a goal with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. He does have a triangle, and he does have skill, so it looks like he's moving in on Byron Defoe. Unfortunately for the Bruins fans, this is not looking good. Let's see if Defoe can stop it as Mahovlich shoots and scores. 5-0 Habs. It is a mugging right now. It's like they had in game 1. Unbelievable. And let's see, 2 assists. We'll give one to Lafleur and Guy Lapointe. So both Lafleur and Lapointe will assist on the Pete Mahovlich goal. We'll move on here in the 15th minute of the third period. Oh, we got a penalty check between McLaren and Wilson. Yikes. McLaren is going to go to the box as he has a penalty rating of 1. So Maury Wilson will be given the Habs a power play opportunity as he moves in on Byron Defoe, who needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to stop it. And he does so. we move on now to the final segment of the game with a 165. That is a visitor scoring chance 65. Visitor defense stop, breakaway chance unbelievable. Home goalie must make a spec save. Okay, Byron Defoe needs to make a 1 or a 2 with a dot in order to save this one. And as he done so, he does. And that's going to be it. Stop the clock. So with 24-14 left, your final score here in game 2 is the 76-77 Habs 5 and the 99-2000 Boston Bruins 0. Back-to-back shutouts, one by Ken Dryden and the other one by Michel Larocque here for game 2. And unfortunately for the 99 Bruins, this is 99-2000 Boston Bruins. This is not looking good if you're a fan of this team. So nonetheless, it is what it is. Stay tuned for the Bitty Beer Game 2 game summary, sponsored as always by the PLAAY Games community sponsor of Bitty Beer. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. Big taste, bitter price, Bitty Beer.